Hi there, this is Izzy. It's nice to see you again. I have an admission to make. I bought some more Neofinetia. So I have this nice new package inside which there will be three new Neofinetia falcata or Vanda falcata. So Neofinetia are a type of orchid from Japan, a vandaceous orchid that is very highly prized for the amount that you get individual variants within the species. So some of the individual variants are very highly prized and they're called Fukiran. And some of them have stable variation, some of them have unstable variation. Now I got a package of Fukiran recently from a seller within the UK that I was very excited by, and I've been staring at them lovingly ever since. But I really felt like I needed a little more variegation in my collection, so I'm afraid I went and got some more. Now I've got three in this box, two of which are registered varieties of Fukiran. So that means that they're registered with the Japanese Fukiran Society or with the Korean Fukiran Society, and one of them is not registered. Sometimes they cannot be registered because they're very new variants or because they might be less stable, but there's lots of reasons anyway. So I better get opening this box so that I can show you what I've got. Oh, I do love getting new orchids. Gorgeous. Okay, so the seller has sent these orchids bare rooted, and this is to help them whilst they travel, because if they travel a little bit damp, that wouldn't be good for the orchids themselves. Now, this one, I believe, is the Kamiyama nishiki. So, this is an unregistered variety that has a variegation called Nakasuke Kompuku. So Nakasuke Kompuku, Nakasuke means that the variegation penetrates the middle of the leaf. So as you can see, this is the outside of the leaf, and there's variegation showing through. And it's the same on the inside. I'm not doing a good job of focusing on that for you, am I? Let's try that. So you can see there's some variegation on the inside of the leaf, or this leaf over here is great, look at that. Variegation on the inside of the leaf that should be going through to the other side. So there's some examples of that on this leaf here. Maybe it's hard to see on the camera. Or there we go. Now, I was quite interested in this plant because I could see what might have been flower spikes in the past. So this is a very strong plant. There's two good healthy growths on this, and it looks like it's got a good root system. So I just need to get this one into some water. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? Really beautiful, and I really love the variegation on those little leaves down there. I don't know whether you can see them, whether I can even focus on them, but they're really beautiful down there. Gorgeous. Oh, wowee. Now this is Shinkoto. This is a registered variety, registered with the Japanese Fukiran Society. So it means that it's got registered and known characteristics. The characteristics it's got are a tensei white stripe. So tensei means that the new leaf comes out variegated, as you can see from this one here. It's also what's called a mother plant of one of the four swords, Koto no Tsurugi. Now the swords are plants that the leaves curl upwards, so you can see with this leaf the leaf is curling at a slight bend downwards. And this is quite a desirable characteristic, but occasionally mutants have leaves that curve upwards in Neofinetia, and these are called sword leaves. And there are 4 main varieties, as I understand it, which are called the 4 swords. So this is considered to be a mother plant. Now, I don't believe the variegation in this plant is stable, but I think it's very, very beautiful. Some of the leaves are striped on the outside, some a little bit on the inside. Absolutely gorgeous. And there's something sprouting at the base of this one. Don't know whether I can focus on it for you, but there's a chance that there's some new growth coming. So let's see about that. I also really like the pink flush on the stem here. Absolutely gorgeous. Fantastic. So that's Shinkoto. And I've got a little name tag here to show you as well. There we go. Gosh, and this last one is a real monster of a plant, for me at least. In fact, I'm going to have to move back a little bit. This is Seikouboku. Now, this is a really old registered variety, registered with the Japanese Fukiran Society. And the first records of this, from what I can gather online from my research, are from the Meiji period, which is 1868 to 1912. So clones of this have been around for over 100 years. Now, Seikouboku means lushly shining ink. It's got variegation that's scattered along the leaves and darkens as the leaves age. So it's got tense variation, so the leaves come out variegated. It's a chirafu variegation, so it's scattered along the leaf. And that variegation disappears a little as the leaves age, which is nochikurami. Now, there's some other things that this plant does, which is sometimes the leaves can be split. So maybe this is an example of that. So sometimes the leaves are called embiba because they split like a swallow's tail. And the other thing that this plant does is have sickle-shaped leaves, nicely curved like this, which is called Kamiyama. Now, this is supposed to be a mutation from Ajishi. I really don't know whether I'm pronouncing any of these right, sorry, no clue. But this is a very old variety indeed, and I'm really, really pleased to have it. This is a really healthy specimen with, I don't know whether that's one out of this same fan or whether it's actually 2 fans that are growing separately and there's another fan here, but this is a very, very strong Fukiran. Really beautiful. Right, well, there you go. I really ought to get these some water and some moss, but aren't they gorgeous? So excited to have them. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope it might inspire you to get some Fukiran. They are really beautiful plants and I'm really excited about next year when some of these, particularly this one, might even have some flowers. Okay, that's all for now. If you really enjoyed this video, you can subscribe to see more. I send out new videos every week. If you like it, give it a like as well. And I'll see you again soon. Bye!